You guys just go home. Amen. Or if you want to stick around. My job is actually pretty easy this morning. This is Youth Mission Sunday, and our young people took a trip to St. Paul, Virginia with Appalachia Service Project, and we wanted to share with you guys some of what we did that week. But in the sake of doing something a little differently, we put together kind of a video diary of the week. So this is all I have to do. Take it away.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how a man can find himself alone? Calling to the darkness for an answer that he's never known. Yeah, isn't it amazing how God can take a broken man? Yeah, let him find a fortune, let him ruin it with his own two hands. And he climbs on up the hill, on the rock on which he stands. He looks back at the crowd, he looks down at his hands, and he says, I am a difference maker. Oh, I am a difference maker. Oh, I am the only one that speaks to him.
Hi. How old are you? How old are you? You are 5 years old? Very cool.
Where are you going this fall? Where are you starting?
You're starting kindergarten?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
See the fits? Yeah, it fits. And now we're going to put rest of the stretch around here. So then,
Yeah, isn't it amazing how a man can find himself alone? Calling to the darkness for an answer that he's never known.
Yeah. Intelligence.
Yeah, isn't it amazing how God can take a broken man?
Here is Ben cutting up our trim with his very official safety goggles on, I see. Annandale High School safety goggles.
He walks on up the hill to the rock on which he stands. He looks back at the crowd, he looks down at his hands, and he says, I am the difference maker. Oh, I am the difference maker. Oh, I am the only one that speaks to him. And I am the friendliest of friends of God.
This summer, 16 participants headed to St. Paul, tucked away in the Appalachian Mountains at the southwestern tip of Virginia. We worked with Appalachian Service Project, which is a non-denominational ministry that organizes teams of volunteers to fix houses in impoverished areas. The strive of ASP is to make homes warmer, safer, and drier. And each year, hundreds of volunteers trek into the mountains in order to give another Appalachian family an improved home life. During our trip, our team worked on patching roofs, insulating and tiling walls, worked on building a sturdy porch, and some of us even took a trip to the local emergency room. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. St. Paul is a part of Wise County, scattered with struggling coal patch communities with a diminishing population of about 40,000 people. While 11% of Virginia lives below the poverty line, that number almost doubles in Wise County. The median household income is just a shade above $36,000 a year. 1 out of every 4 students will not complete high school, and only 13% will continue education at a 4-year college. The life expectancy is 7 years lower than the national average, putting Wise County in the worst 10% of counties nationwide. The most amazing and tragic part of all this is that we never left our home state, but the scarcity was definitely noticed.
When we drove in, you could tell just like the poverty.
All the houses around the area where we worked, they seemed a little like lopsided or uneven. Like one next to the house we were working to, the roof had a little bit of overhang.
The poverty that I saw was the worst that I've seen on any mission trip. Worse than Onancock, worse than last year in ASP.
But the one thing I noticed was that the family, when you asked them how they were doing, they would always say, I'm feeling blessed, or something along the lines of that. So it was really cool just to see how they just had so much hope and faith that God would provide for them.
We quickly realized that what these people may have lacked in monetary items, they made up for with a strong sense of family, country, and community. We were greeted by a week of kindness and hospitality by 2 very sweet families that were in need of a hand up, not a handout. You are a special soul, Jackie.
All right. Wow. Can we get a completed catch? Oh, Matt Skills. Woo.
ASP prides itself in being a relational ministry that also happens to do construction work. Our group spent a lot of time with our Wise County families, including meeting some adorable and vibrant children. Our downtime was spent playing football, climbing trees, playing follow the leader, along with other things.
Now watch me whip, kill it. Now watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, watch me nay-nay. Why me do it? Now watch me whip, kill it. Watch me nay-nay. Okay. Now watch me whip, watch me nay-nay.
Yeah. They got some work done too. Each morning was fairly routine. We would have a brief devotional, gather our supplies, pack bag lunches, and then head to the work site for the day. And let's just say, some of our volunteers were not exactly morning people.
All right, y'all.
Hi.
Are you excited to start your week with ASP?
What?
Wow. Good. Hello, little Lord. How are you today? How are you? How'd you sleep last night? Yeah! That's a nice mattress you got there. Are you excited? Are you excited to start the day? You ready to drywall?
Yeah.
Yeah, drywall!
I had to use earplugs, so stupid.
Hi, Kyla. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah!
But once we got to our homes, these guys jumped right into work and took on some very challenging construction projects.
Well, currently they're putting up the kitchen ceiling, which Rachel and Georgia insulated this morning.
We
Insulate.
insulated it and put beams up, and now we're putting the ceiling up.
All right, show me your work.
And right now the boys are putting up the ceiling.
Awesome. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Trish.
Hi, guys.
Hey, howdy. Hey,
All right, so what are you guys doing?
So we had just put these two.
Fun. Georgia, you're a beast.
You can kind of see over there. That's what the ceiling looked like beforehand.
Oh,
Just
okay.
beams across the ceiling.
Just beams, and now you guys are installing the ceiling.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No job was too big or too small. These guys didn't once think that their age, their gender, or their limited experience somehow hindered them from getting work done. They were quick learners and diligent workers. Both sites were completing work ahead of schedule.
Okay, Ben, so what did you do?
What we're doing on the roof is we're resealing all of these cracks along here with some more of the roofing tar, because there's a closet right beneath us that water from the roof is going into and leaking in 2 spots underneath the floor here and here. These 2 spots. Yeah, so we had to yesterday go back, do a whole line of that tar right there, all along this line, and across the back of there.
Well, thank you for your service, Ben.
One site had an addition added to the home, and our task was to install a porch off of the new back door. This project required a great deal of precision because it needed to pass a safety code inspection after our work was completed, and it was not easy. Jack, you are doing your most favorite thing in the world. You're digging. How do you feel about it?
It's hot.
There's a breeze right now, though.
I'm not down here. I'm kind of standing in the way.
So, Jack, why are you digging a hole?
Because that's our job.
What is the hole going to be for?
Post to build a porch.
And here's the beginning of the porch. Ooh,
We built a square.
We made a square! We made a mighty fine square. All right, day 3 at Little Tom and Georgia. Okay. Tell me what you did.
Alright, so yesterday we got up the final piece of the drywalled ceiling and we put the light in yesterday. So today we put tape up, we primed it, 2 coats. This is the second coat of primer right now. It's kind of drying.
Cool.
And tomorrow we are going to hopefully have some paint.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to paint it white and then it's going to be done.
Cool. So you guys put in this whole ceiling for this kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, guys.
Just beams in the roof before.
Beams in a roof before, and now you guys put in the ceiling.
Yep, the insulation under it and everything.
Very good. Excellent. And how do you feel?
I feel fantastic. Thanks for asking, Trish.
No problem. Meanwhile, work on the porch continued steadily, despite setbacks with lacking supplies and difficult installation. The wood became challenging to work with after it got wet in a thunderstorm, but we were able to work with what we had and continued pressing on. And in just a matter of days, we had something to show for our efforts. It's day 4, and we have a deck. And now we are beginning the steps. So, getting the post dug, getting the wood cut out for our steps, and our carpenter of the day is Pat Vaughn. Woohoo.
Just making some notches.
Exciting.
You have no idea.
But our work was exciting. Each day came with its challenges, but it was also greatly satisfying. Why are you tired, Jack?
I just dug a hole through 24 inches of roots and rocks and clay and other stuff.
And what are these 2 holes for?
Digging.
For posts for the stairs.
Oh, thank you, Jackie. You rock, Jack. You're doing awesome work.
Thank you. It's hot.
It is hot. Got some very tired people here today. Right, Catherine? Yeah. You guys have been making amazing progress, though. Very proud. Some of us were even fortunate enough to recruit young helpers. When it was time for Nicole, Leanna, and Jackie to paint their room, they had additional helping hands. Great job, Ty. Awesome. And have you been helping with painting, too? Which parts did you paint? Excellent, excellent. Very nice. You guys are doing an excellent job. You painted right there? Good job. So much of our success was thanks to the knowledge of our adult volunteers, like Jim Rodriguez, who has years of experience in carpentry and was an invaluable resource on the worksite. Cool. Ooh, thank you, Wesley.
This will be caulked.
Okay.
And then it'll be molded.
Very nice, very nice.
Kind of look. And then the ladies have primed the molding outside. So it's
excellent.
Ready to go.
Fantastic.
And the guys did a lot. We moved some of the excess trim here so we can get this part in. The next factory edge will be here. We have a window that has unique dimensions.
So that's the next challenge.
Jesus in the darkest night. Whoa, ready yourselves. May the powers of darkness tremble as our praises rise. Until the whole world hears, Lord, we are calling out. Lifting up your name for all to hear the sound. Like voices in the wilderness, we're crying out. And as the day draws near, we'll sing until the whole world hears.
So I have to say, I was truly blessed to be a part of this trip with these young people. They showed resilience, patience, ingenuity, and they really embraced the opportunity to live out their faith in a practical way. Each year ASP selects a summer theme verse, and this year it was 1 John 2:6, which was shown at the beginning of this video. Those who say they live in God should live their lives as Christ did. Now that's a tall order to fill because Christ is perfect, and I am very not perfect. But that's what this Christian walk is all about. This process of becoming more loving to God and neighbor, becoming a little bit more mindful of the world around you, becoming a little bit more like that person that God created you to be. These construction projects are actually a great visual for the process. While each completed task was a small victory in assisting our families in having a safer home, there's still work to be done. There are still families out there that are hurting. There are still more roofs that need to be patched. There are still more walls that need to be insulated. There are still people out there waiting to hear that there is somebody that cares about them. The work is never really done. I think it's the same with us. In our strive to become like Jesus, there are things in our life that need to be rebuilt. There are things in our life that need to be mended. And there are things in our life that need to be demolished altogether. But we're all works in progress. We're all on this messy, meandering path of becoming more like God. Before we began this week in St. Paul, I asked my students to think about something. I said, you know that you've been given an abundance of blessings in this world. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with the blessings that God has given you? And I think that's a question worth considering this morning. We have a plethora of resources and talents and knowledge at our disposal. What are we going to do about it? Where can I give of myself as an act of worship to God? And maybe today is the time that we stop and consider where it is that we are on this road of becoming more like God. Something to think about. Thank you very much for watching today. Oh, okay. So we didn't talk about the whole emergency room debacle thing. Long story short, 5 of us got really sick either during or immediately after the trip. We're not sure if it was some kind of stomach virus or if we got sick from something that was contaminated. We did this interview with the group of us that have been affectionately called Team Quarantine, but after we looked back over the footage, I thought it best to spare you guys the details. What's important is that we all got back safely, we are all better now, and we have all survived to tell the tale. We appreciate everyone that was a well-wisher and everyone that prayed for us during the trip because obviously the prayers were very needed. So thank you guys very much.
Come set your rule and reign in our hearts again. Increase in us, we pray. Unveil why we're made. Come set our hearts ablaze with hope, like wildfire in our very souls. Holy Spirit, come invade us now. We are your church. We need your power in us. build your kingdom here. Let the darkness fear. Show your mighty hand. Heal our streets and